So often we focus on these things that we want and we become like laser honed in on them. Now, the reason that this matters, the reason that this is important is because you don't get what you want in life. That's never the case. We don't get what we want. What we get is who we are. In other words, life is always going to be giving you more and more of who you are right now in this moment. That's why you've heard it explained so many times and in probably a lot of different ways that if you want to achieve something, you have to first achieve it within yourself. Being somebody who's been pretty sick for the last week or so and just kind of unable to function, which I'm sure everybody out there can relate to, having had happen at some point in their life, it becomes really clear to you when things that you don't want to happen, that you didn't expect, come in and smack you in the face. It becomes clear what matters most, like what really is the most important. So the reason I'm making this video is because I know that you've got goals that are important to you. And what I'm about to share with you, while on a certain level it might seem like I'm telling you to give up or abandon them, I promise I'm not. And if you bear with it for a moment, you'll understand that what I'm sharing with you is the necessary recipe for you to actually be able to achieve the things that you want in life anyways in the first place. You honestly, you can't if you do not learn and understand this. It is impossible. It's like running towards the reality of your dreams with the reality that pains and tortures you chained to your ankle. It doesn't matter how fast you run, it's being dragged with you. You cannot get away from what you're trying to hide from within yourself. You can't. It's not possible. So who I'm addressing right now directly is the person who believes, and when they're willing to be honest with themselves, sees that the reason they're trying to achieve something or manifest something in their life is because they think that that will help them to be able to relax, right? I'm going to manifest more money, for example, because in that reality, I'll be able to finally relax and enjoy my life. I want to manifest a relationship because I know in that reality, I'll have that relationship. I'll finally be able to relax and enjoy my life, right? I want to manifest this success because then I'll be validated, I'll be valuable, I will have achieved everything I wanted, and then I can relax. So if you're willing to be honest with yourself, you'll see that all of your goals are based on the false presumption that you have unconsciously that you will be able to relax when you achieve that reality. But if you pay attention, and again, you're willing to be honest, you'll see that there's this internal dialogue that happens within you. And the only reason I'm able to call it out and point it out to you is because I've seen it in myself. So I just want to raise my hand and say, I experienced this too. That's why I can talk about it. There's this internal dialogue within us. And it's like this constant push or drive or motivation to achieve. Get up, do this, do this, do this. And the joke is that that drive is within us because we think that that drive will push us toward a reality in which when we achieve it, we may relax. But it's that very drive, that very dialogue, that incessant resistance that is constantly causing us to feel like we're not good enough. It's the stress and the fear of not succeeding, right? It's the fear of failure, the fear of not succeeding. But even in a reality where you do succeed, now you have the fear and the resistance of having had succeeded, because now you've got to maintain that. Now you have the fear of losing what you've claimed for yourself. Now, I want to say this very clearly. I have absolute faith in your intelligence and that you've likely already recognized what it is that I'm saying, especially if you're here interested in a video like this. That tells me a lot about you and the level of consciousness you're at, that you're willing to be honest and that you really are asking for real transformation in your life, not just a fantasy to sweep you off your feet, that you can live in your imagination for a while longer, but you want to come into reality and see the truth of things, the truth of your suffering, the truth of how to really succeed in this place. Because that's the case with you, I wanted to let you know that the very thing that you think will allow you to relax is the source of all of your stress. Do you see that? That your belief that achieving this will set you free is the paradoxical cycle that is causing you to not be free here right now in this moment. because you keep pushing your freedom further and further away from yourself. You say it's over there in that reality, that I've got to fight, I've got to work to get there. Now remember, what does reality give you, right? You've learned this, you've heard it in many different modalities. It's the truth coming at you in a lot of different ways, man. And I know you're ready for it today in a way that, in my opinion, is much more genuine and real, and therefore digestible, applicable, able to really make change in your life. Life does not give you anything other than who you are right now in this moment. This whole world is your reflection in this sense. So if you have this dialogue going on that when I get all that money, then I'm going to be so relaxed and feel so free. And so you spend all day sitting around trying to imagine yourself in that reality. What a lot of us are doing is we're pushing it further away. But what I want you to understand is you don't need to understand this so that you can achieve that reality with the money and the success. That's not the point. If that's the reason you're gripping onto this video and waiting for the solution, then you've missed the point. The point is that you need to be free right here, right now. You need to discover the wealth within yourself. That it doesn't need to be paper money or a number in a bank account. You need to find peace. You need to find freedom right here, right now, and stop deluding yourself. It's a thing that many people are doing. You need to stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that it's over there. That is where true achievement takes place. Because when you can realize this fulfillment within yourself right here, right now, and see that that part of you that is telling you to achieve this over here is actually a part of you that's afraid. It's like you're a child in bed and you're afraid of a monster in your closet. For many of us, that monster is we are afraid that we're not going to be good enough, or that we're not valuable, or that we're not worthy, right? Many of us, this is the monster. So we've got this monster in our closet, and we believe that by listening to all this fantasy information, or by working really hard and creating all this resistance in our life to change our life, we believe that that will make us strong enough one day to conquer the monster. That's what we think. Bear with me. This could change your life right now. It really could. We have a monster in our closet. We believe that by achieving all these goals or by changing our life, we will then be strong enough that we can finally win the battle with the monster. We are like the child in bed afraid of the monster in the closet. But do you see how that doesn't make sense? Because if you got up and turned on the lights in your room instead and opened the door to the closet, you would see the true nature of the monster. You'd see that it's not real. There's no monster in your closet. So you can spend your entire life trying to make yourself strong enough to conquer this monster. Or you could stop pulling the blanket over your face and hiding by trying to enter a different reality other than what's here right now. That's pulling the blanket over your face. You see how that doesn't actually solve the problem? There's still this inherent fear of the monster. That's what your issue is. What we got to do is have the courage to be free from this unconscious, never-ending battle that steals our lives from us. I'm not telling you that you should not achieve a life with tons of success and finances and excellence in your relationships and career. Live a life of excellence. Please do. Excellence is your true nature. But what I'm trying to help you to realize is that you need to first stand up, turn on the lights, and look in the closet and see the truth of the monster that you've been trying to fight. It's not real. It's an illusion. So you've imagined a monster that is not real, and then you spend your whole day imagining the solution to how you can fight this monster. But it's your imagination that is the problem. That's what is causing you to suffer, right? Bear with me. I don't necessarily mean imagination is the cause of suffering. It's this fundamental meaning that I'm sure you're receiving. I can feel you right now. I know that this is making sense to you. You imagine a monster in your closet, and then you spend all day imagining that the solution to conquering this fear is to get a sword, an armor, right? More money, more success, a hotter girlfriend, a hotter boyfriend, whatever it is. You think that getting a sword and shield and all this armor is how you're going to win this battle. That's the illusion. Because you and I both know that that kid who's afraid of the monster in their closet, all they really had to do was get up and check and look in the closet, and they'd see there's no monster. And now you're free. Now you're free to live your life as you please. You're not afraid of a monster anymore because you've seen the truth of what that monster really is, an illusion. It's the cause of suffering. It's an illusion. It's you misidentifying with different things in this reality that aren't actually real. They're just your own imagined problems. Most of the problems you face in your life are not actually fundamentally real. You've imagined them. And you spend day after day trying to imagine solutions that will solve those problems, but they never will, I promise you. Because the only solution to the unconsciousness of your life and humanity in general is to get up out of our bed, stop pulling the covers over our face, and look in the goddamn closet. That's what we have to do. You have to be willing to look within and realize that the goal you've been trying to pursue isn't actually necessarily resonant of your truth or your heart or what you really want to do with your life. That maybe what's been driving you is a fear of not being good enough. You see what I'm saying? So until each of us can take that good look and peer within ourselves and see the truth, we cannot shift in our reality. There is no shift that will actually happen. No matter how many YouTube videos we watch that say, you just shifted, nothing is actually happening. We're just imagining. We just pulled the covers over our head and we're pretending. La, 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 one day things will be better. Today things will be better because you're going to get up and you're going to look within yourself. That's what you need to do. And when you achieve this true inner transformation, then you will see that reality gives you things that vibrationally match the new truth that you've expanded and realized for yourself. If you can realize your wealth inherently right here, right now in this moment, because you simply exist, because you're breathing, because you see how amazing you are, you feel the wealth of somebody who's seen the monster for what it is and you've conquered the real battle, you'll have a wealth within you that is worth more than trillions and trillions of dollars. You'll be more free than anybody on this planet. And you will feel that freedom, and what will reality reflect you? It will show you that freedom. That's when you'll start to see the success and the finances and all these things come. But the point is not to do this for those to come, because that means you're still being driven by unconsciousness and fear. You need to truly set down this whole idea you have about what's going to make the difference in your life and look at, why are you so afraid of who you are and the truth of your life right now? Why are you so afraid to be who you are right now? Why do you feel the need to change yourself? Why do you feel the need to change your circumstance in the first place? And you might think it's all these external things, but if you really are honest and you look, you'll see that it's your own misidentifications within yourself. It's you not knowing the truth of who you are, right? There's a way to make yourself magnetically attractive, is the way I put it. I think that sounds kind of sexy, magnetic attraction. I just like the way it sounds. There's a way to make yourself magnetically attractive to everything you could possibly want in life, and that's to realize all your wants are unconscious fundamentally. That if you can discover how to just be right here, right now, and be yourself courageously with absolute freedom to you, you are now a magnetic attractive force for everything that anybody could possibly want in this life, because you figured out where the real battle takes place, within you, not externally, within you. And if you'd like to join me this Saturday, literally this upcoming Saturday this weekend, for a live stream workshop where we're going to be spending hours breaking through, we're going to be going pen and paper, we're going to be talking about these things, and I'm going to be working with you guys one-on-one. And this is a smaller group of people allowed into this event on purpose so that I can really work with you guys. And I want to get to know you better. I want to help you to see the monster the way that I've been able to see it in my life. Because I've discovered that our ability to do that and to help each other see that true salvation is honesty, not some fancy story that is going to blow your mind and make you feel like there's this fantasy reality or all these prophecies. That's not the real solution. That's just, a lot of the New Age movement, to be perfectly honest with you guys, I've discovered is just the next wave of unconsciousness in our civilization. A lot of the New Age movement is unconsciousness pretending that it's conscious. But it's still the child pulling the blanket over its face, unwilling to look at the true source of suffering in its life. You got to look in that closet. And if you're willing to do that this Saturday, if you want to dive into the most raw, honest expression, and I'm not going to hold anybody's hand or baby anyone. I mean, this is a serious transformation event. If you want to be here for that, again, check out that link in the description of this video. This is like the last few days now to join this event, and I hope to see you there. Much love to you all, and I just wanted to commend you for having what it takes within you, the courage to make it through this video. Because I promise you that there are a lot of people who are very triggered by this. And I just am really proud and grateful to know that there's someone like you out there that's willing to do the real work that I really feel that we did come here to do. Don't be afraid to be honest. Helping others to see their delusion and their suffering for what it really is the most loving and compassionate thing we could give each other. So, much love to you guys, and I'll see you for the next video. Thanks a lot.